Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 4. It's titled Miami White Party. They're really creative, aren't they, with these titles? Anywho, I'm still here with my mouth full of metal. I got my braces on Thursday. Today is Sunday, and I'm still not used to it. I have these wires poking me in my poking me on my lips, and then when I talk, they scrape my lips. They gave me this wax to put on the wires, but when I put it on the wires, I put on the wires last night, and then when I woke up this morning, I wanted to brush my teeth. I had to scrape the wax out of my wires and my teeth. So I went on Amazon. I ordered this guard to put on my teeth so that the wires won't poke me, and I won't have to use that stupid wax anymore. Anyway, I'm just bitching. I'm just moaning and grabbing. I don't see how people wear these things for 2 years, 3 years. These braces are horrible. And kids do it. And I can't. I don't know if I'm going to last 2 years. The only thing that's helping me out is drinking wine. I haven't eaten since Thursday. I haven't chewed anything since Thursday. Thank God for wine. Okay. Now that I'm done ranting and raving, let's get started. The women meet up with Tommy, and they welcome back Looney. It's her first time in the lounge. Tommy told them that this week he wants them to be bold and daring. He tells them that he is throwing a white party. He told them at the end of the week, they will decide which man is not ready to love. And I keep biting my damn tongue. Okay. So we see Randall and Kayla. They go meet up to go eat somewhere. And they are eating, and he feeds her a huge piece of meat. And she says the meat is big, thick, and juicy. Okay, Kayla, calm down. So she talks about her relationships and what she is looking for. He talks about his family and what he's looking for. Then he tells her that he is not looking for a family at this moment. He wants to have fun with his partner. And I don't think Kayla likes that. She made a little face when he said that. But anyway, they seem to like each other, and they seem to have a good time together. Next, Jamila meets up with Justice. And we didn't see Jamila last episode. I don't know what happened. Where was she? What happened? What's up with that? She gives him a compliment, and he does not give her a compliment back. I wish these women will stop giving these men compliments. Let them compliment you first, and then you compliment them. Off the rip, she just gives him a compliment, and he doesn't even compliment her back. So she asks him, what does he like in a woman? And he doesn't answer the question. He said, I am not going to date. He said he's not trying to spend money to find out if he likes someone. That sounds like a cheap, broke man to me. He told her that he is not going to do what they tell him to do. He told her that it's up to them if they pick him. But who in their right mind would pick him? Who would pick him? He told her that he is king and he is not going to chase anyone. He doesn't need to be on the show. He doesn't need to be on the show. Jamila said in her confessional that Justice is arrogant. I don't think Justin is arrogant. I think Justin is an a-hole. He's an asshole. Might as well just say it. He's an asshole. Next, Tommy and his wife, they meet everyone at a fabulous house by the docks. Him and his wife pull up in a yacht or a boat, whatever it was. Tommy tells them that him and his wife are happily married for 21 years, and if they want a ring, come talk to them. But nobody on this show ever make it. Has there been a couple to make it, to last? Let me know, because I've never seen a couple made it from this show. So everybody is talking and they're mixing and they're mingling. And they're playing games and they're drinking and they're flirting and they're having a good time. They're flying up all over the place because I turned the fan on. Not my wig, not my hair. Jamila and Randall sit down to talk and they tell each other how much they like each other. He told her that his feelings for her are genuine. And she said, I hope so. And they're holding fingers together, just holding each other's fingers and looking at each other's eyes and smiling at each other and whatever. So some of the contestants are playing Jenga, which had questions or tasks, and Brandy had to, one of her tasks was, well, the block that she pulled had a task on it for her to do, and it said she has to give her favorite connection a lap dance, which of course is Mike. And Mike, surprisingly, is sitting by shoulder to shoulder with Kaden. Him and her had gotten into it last episode. I guess they squashed their little beef. But then Brandy went over to him and she gave him a cute little lap dance. It was cute. And Charisse goes over to talk to Alonzo and they hug and he gives her a compliment. Good job, Alonzo. That's the way to do it. But Charisse refused to quit being a bitch. In her confessional, she says Alonzo is boring. She calls him boring. But then they sit down to talk and she tells him that she wants to know more about him. And she asks him if he has ever been married. That's the question to ask that one, because his answer is no. He said he was with someone for 7 years and she wanted to get married. Well, duh. If you're with me for 7 years, what are we doing? So he said he was with someone for 7 years and she wanted to get married. So he bought her a ring, an engagement ring. He bought her an engagement ring just to shut her up. That's what he did, because he never married her. He said later on he felt pressured and he asked for the ring back. What? If you ask me to marry you and you give me a ring and then you change your mind later, that ring belongs to me. That's my ring. You gave it to me. It's mine. Unless it's a family heirloom. But you're the one that changed your mind. You don't get the ring back. If I change my mind, yeah, I should take the ring off and say, I'm sorry, I don't want to marry you and give you your ring back. But you gave me that ring. You asked me to marry you. That ring belongs to me. If you change your mind, that's your problem. So I don't think you should have asked for the ring back. How dare him? These men are something else. So Charisse, she called him out. She told him that he was being insincere. Yeah, he was being insincere when he bought her the ring. He just wanted to shut her up because she probably was saying, we've been together for 7 years. When are you going to marry me? When are you going to marry me? When are you going to marry me? So he bought her an engagement ring just to shut her up. So Charisse calls him out. She said, you are being insincere. That was a sleazy move just to buy her a ring to shut her up. But then it gets worse. Alonzo said that being engaged made him feel pressured. Pressured? You were with her for 7 years. Why did you feel pressured? Feel pressured and ask for the ring back. Alonzo said after 7 years he realized that she wasn't the one. And Charisse asked him if he wants to get married. And Alonzo said, ultimately, that's the goal. I didn't hear the word yes. He said, ultimately, that's the goal. Keep biting my tongue, boy. He said, ultimately, that's the goal, is to get married. He never said, yes, I want to get... I keep biting my tongue, I'm sorry. He never said, yes, I want to get married. But Charisse is happy that Alonzo opened up to her, but she said she wants someone who is genuine in their feelings towards her. Next we see Shakira and Swayze. They're playing Jenga, and she pulled the block that says she needs to do 10 push-ups. She said she ain't doing no 10 push-ups, so he volunteered to do the 10 push-ups for her. Next, Mike, Brandy, LJ, and Charisse are sitting inside on the couch eating, and Charisse calls Mike out. Charisse don't have a problem with calling somebody out, do she? Charisse told him that he hurt her feelings at the gym, last episode at the gym, when they kind of got into it. So Brandy and LJ, they leave out so that Charisse and Mike could talk, and Charisse goes over to sit beside Mike, and he apologized to her if he made her feel uncomfortable. And to me, that's not an apology. You do not include a if or a but in a apology or an apology. You don't do that. An apology does not come with an if or a but. It doesn't. You don't say, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, but. You don't say that. You just say, sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry you were upset. I'm sorry I upset you. There's no if, there's no buts. So I didn't like that apology at all. But she needs to apologize to him for calling his kids baggage. That wasn't right. She said, I don't want, he was talking about his kids and his ex-wife. She said, you have kids and an ex-wife. I don't want that baggage, Instead of that, she should have said, I would rather be with someone who doesn't have any kids, never been married. That's what she should have said. She's not calling his kids baggage. She needs to apologize for that. Then she told him how hard he came at her. He did come hard at her, though. Then he apologized in the proper way. He didn't add an if or a but. Good job, Mike. Then they hugged it out. Then we see Trinika, Mike, Caden, and Shakira sitting outside. And Trinika, for some reason, brings up Mike's dispute with Charisse. She brings up the dispute that Mike and Charisse had. Then Caden jumps in and was adding her 2 cents to the conversation. Then Shakira gets up to leave. And Mike asked her to stay, and she said she don't want to she told him that she don't want to be getting to someone else's mess. And I agree with her. Why are they talking about something that happened between Mike and Charisse? Talk about something else. The dispute between Charisse and Mike is Charisse and Mike's business. They shouldn't be discussing that. Then Caden brings up Shakira's personal business, and Shakira was not happy with that. In her confessional, she said she felt betrayed because Caden brought up her personal business. She said that's her business to talk about, not Caden's business to talk about. And I agree with her. So Shakira left out. She said she don't have time for these messy hussies. Next, Kayla, she didn't say that, I'm saying that. Next, Kayla sits down and cuddles up with Randall. And instead of focusing on her and Randall, she tells him that she saw him talking to Jamila. So he's not supposed to talk to Jamila? He's not supposed to talk to Jamila. In his confessional, Randall said he is interested in Kayla, Jamila, and Trinika. He likes the ka. Kayla, Jamila, Trinika. He likes the ka. So he said he don't really have time for jealousy because, he's here to try to get to know these women. And I agree with him. He can talk to any person he wants to talk to. Just because Kayla is feeling some type of way. I mean, she's talking to different guys. Why he can't talk to different women? So Tommy comes out with his wife and he tells them to get ready for the white party. He also tells them to wear white under their outfits. Wear white underwear under their outfits. No. If you're wearing a white outfit, you're supposed to wear black underwears, not white underwears. You're supposed to wear black underwears. Where the hell he come from? Where they get him from? So it's the white party. Jamila, she looks good in her white outfit, but she has her tatas out. And she said she dressed to impress. But everybody looks good. They think everybody looks good. They're dancing, they're taking shots, they're partying, they're having a good time. Next we see LJ talking to Looney, trying to woo her. He is telling her he will take her to Mexico and go scuba diving, jet skiing, helicopter rides, and at nighttime he'll throw out the rose petals on the bed. So that means now it's time for her to pay up for the good time he just showed her. That's my take on it, hey. But she seems to think that they are vibing. Then we see Swayze and Kadeem flirting with each other. And in her confessional, she said that they talk and flirt with each other every day. So while they're sitting there flirting, she forces him to kiss her on the cheek. Then she forces him to kiss her on the lip. And I say force because she had his face like this. And then she moved her face into his so that he could kiss her on the cheek. He's just sitting there. He's not touching her. He's just sitting there. And then she forces him to kiss her on the lips. She did like this and put her lips, lean in and put her lips to his. That's why I said she forced him. He's just sitting there. He's not moving. He's not touching her. He's not leaning back in. He's just sitting there and she's doing all of this, all on her own. It's pretty pathetic, Gideon. Pretty pathetic. In his confessional, Swazi said that it's hard for him to open up, so he has been gravitating towards Gideon. And that may hurt him in the end. No. It's not going to hurt you in the end. It's going to hurt Gideon in the end. She's the one that she's thinking in her mind, somehow she thinks because you flirt with her and talk to her every day, that you're into her. And you're not. So it's going to hurt her in the end, not you, selfish, inconsiderate, idiot. Swazi, he refuses to approach any other woman. He wants the women to approach him. And because Gideon is approaching him and smiling up in his face and flirting with him, that's easy for him. Well, thank God Gideon is interested in you, because if she wasn't, you'd be sitting in a corner all by yourself, since you don't want to approach anybody. You're sitting there looking like a fool all by yourself, since you don't want to approach a woman. Anyway, next Tommy and his wife comes out. And I did not like the way Tommy's wife was dressed. I didn't like her look. She had on shorts. And she had on this hideous jacket with lace for the sleeves. And then she had on these strappy shoes. And then she had on this raggy ponytail. I didn't like her look at all. She should have just came simple. A nice, flowy, long dress with her own natural hair. She's a good-looking woman. She don't need all these bells and whistles. She don't need strappy shoes all the way up to her knees. She don't need these ugly shorts. She don't need lacy sleeves. She don't need all that. Just a nice, long, flowy dress and her own natural hair. She's a good-looking woman. So Tommy leaves his wife to talk to Charisse and Alonzo, and Charisse asks her the secret ingredient. And she said the secret ingredient to her marriage. His wife said what's her name, Jackie or something? She said the secret ingredients to their marriage is they both have to be ready and practically be on the same page. Alonzo asked her how do they handle adversary. She said they fuss it out. Next, we see LJ talking to Shakira, and she teased him about having his shirt buttoned down too far. So he buttoned one more button up. And then he gives her a compliment. He told her she looked nice. She didn't even say thank you. Why is common courtesy dying nowadays? Why? She tells him that he is a charmer and she is jealous. This is a dating show. That's dumb. This is a dating show. You are supposed to put your best foot forward. You're supposed to talk, flirt, chit-chat, and get to know everybody. She says he's a charmer and she's jealous. What the? Who? Where in the world does she think she is? What show does she think she's on? In her confessional, Shakira said LJ is a ladies' man and he's too charming, and after a while it gets old. She tells him that he only called her once. He told her that you didn't answer. Well, when I called you, you did not pick up the phone. She said, well, I called you back. He said, you did? She told him that she needs attention or else she will walk away. Bye. That's what I say. But I think she came on a bit too strong with him. She need to calm down. Poor LJ looked scared. Next, Tommy's wife goes over to talk to Mike and Kayla. She asks them if they are comfortable with the age difference. And I didn't even think about that. Mike doesn't, when I look at them together as a couple, I don't see an age difference. But I didn't realize that Mike was over 10 years older than Kayla. Mike is 42, Kayla is 30. Kayla looks older than 30, and Mike looks younger than 42. Kayla said Mike's age is her preferred age. She preferred to date older men. And Mike said, not mine. He said, her age is not my preferred age, but I'm going to tolerate it. So what is he saying? Is he saying he likes younger women or older women? I don't know, but that was rude of Mike to say, I'll tolerate her age. Wow. Next we see Samson and Charisse talking, and they're talking about the strength of a black woman. He tells her that she is intimidating, but he likes it. He said it tells him that she can hold things down like his mother did. He told her how his mother worked 2 jobs and they picked up cans to help out. Charisse liked that he opened up to her. Next we see Randall talking to Shakira. And she's a Debbie Downer. I am tired of her talking about being a single mother and her traumatic past. People have had traumatic past. There's a whole bunch of single parents out here. What? She's at a party. Lighten up. Party. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Next we see Justice leaving. He said in his confessional that he had something to do or something to take care of. I think he said he had a grand opening to go to. He told Jamelia to let everybody know that he had to go. Next, Tommy and his wife makes their rounds with the ladies and asks them who are they feeling. The names of who they were feeling are, the names that were thrown out are Randall, LJ, Samson, Swazi, and Mike. Then they asked the ladies who were they not feeling, and the names that were thrown out was LJ, Mike, Alonzo, Swazi, Samson, and Justice. Jamelia tells Tommy that Justice left, and Tommy is surprised. He said, what? And Jamelia told Tommy that Justice had a grand opening for his business, and Tommy is not happy that Justice left. Now at this point, I don't know who are the 2 guys that are going to be in the bottom, and I don't know who is going home. But my guess is, I guess Alonzo and Justice, because nobody choose them as having a connection with them, and the women choose them as being not having a connection with. So I'm gonna say Alonzo and Justice are the ones in the bottom. So Tommy and his wife, they gather everybody together, and Tommy tells them that 3 of the men might not be quite ready for love. 3? Where you get 3 from? He's usually 2. Tommy calls out Alonzo, LJ, and Justice. And of course, Justice is not there. And Tommy told them that one of them will be going home. And then it ends. That was it. It ended. This is the end of my review. I'll be back next week with another review. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for putting up with my mouth. Thank you. These braces, oh, they're horrible. I don't see how people do it. I'm supposed to do this for 2 years? Well, thank you for putting up with me. I'm a wired mouth, or metal mouth. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you for watching. Bye.